To continue an interview with a person as badly motivated as you.
We're going to cure cancer.
Trump also said he's going to cure cancer. So.
Wait, we're not covering this, all right?
We won with poorly educated. I love the poorly educated. I literally would never have sex with children. I don't like having sex with children. I would never have sex with children. I am not a Democrat.
You want to let me finish here for a second, Carl? Shut your mouth and let me answer the question, all right? I'll be happy to answer.
Yeah, he will. Brother.
You never know what's going to get people upset on social media.
What the fuck?
But in the case of actor Armie, it's toast.
Damn white people.
Apology today over this video of actor Armie Hammers.
One of y'all said it, not me. I'm just gonna point that out.
People were really grossed out by the clip of little Ford.
Well, no shit.
Posted on Instagram with the caption, "This happened for a solid 7 minutes."
You let it in for 7 minutes?
Sharing the video on Instagram was not the best move on A's part.
Was deaf not the best move?
Wow.
Being 50 and writing the word deaf is not the deaf move.
All right.
Hammer was nominated for a Best Supporting Actor Golden Globe.
Like, you know how many fucking germs are on your foot? You just like... Jesus Christ, that's fucking nasty.
My pug licks my foot and I kick him. Like,
exactly. Can I just point out for a second that I'm not accusing anybody of anything, but like the brain's gonna go to certain things. There are people that have foot fetishes, and he allowed this to happen for 7 minutes. Someone keep a fucking eye on this guy. Someone keep a fucking eye on this guy, because that's so fucking weird.
So, yeah, like if it was 7 seconds, it's like, oh, you don't get the camera. Oh, he's doing that. Okay, it's in bad taste, right? If it's 7 seconds, 6 seconds, that's in bad taste. Probably shouldn't do that. You get, but 7 whole minutes.
That's really not something you want to put up there.
Bran being mad and being a salty boy was like literally half the time that kid had his foot in his mouth.
Exactly.
Oh God. Oh, that's...
One of you guys said my comment earlier at the beginning, so I don't have to repeat it. Yeah.
Okay, Billy, let me ask you this. You're the resident next topic guy. How long after a kid comes up and starts trying to suck your toes do you next topic this fucking kid?
Not even a second. Like, he picks up my foot. I'm like, get the fuck off me. Why are you touching my feet? And where the fuck is there a kid in my house for? Who's missing a kid? My next one.
We've heard several people.
Despair, so it's fine.
We've heard several people attempt to escape from your house. There's no telling who's all down there, Billy.
I'm just curious how many kids visit his house trying to do that. That was my initial question. Is this a regular thing, or is there a sign-up sheet somewhere?
Quite often.
Some neighborhood kid knocks on the door. Can I suck your toes again?
I feel like there's a Craigslist ad out there somewhere.
Yeah, we're going to show this creepy readings.
You keep on petitioning Craigslist to make a man for children, but they won't.
Yeah, I can't imagine why.
You keep talking about this long enough, someone's going to make a Skyrim DLC for this shit, and Von Helton's going to download it.
They're all fucking pedos.
Put a up complaining about it.
The funny thing is, y'all know I'm not lying about that. Y'all know that would actually happen.
It's come to the point now. Billy knows shit that I don't know, and when he starts saying stuff, I'm like, wait, what?
Like, I blame it all on Sokka.
Yeah, I remember the first time you brought that up on the show. I was like, "Ooh, ow, what the fuck?" And then, yeah, then you learn.
I've been about it for a while. It was funny because Sokka had shown us like all this stuff that he'd been downloading. And I was like, "What's that? What is this mod?" It was like, "Oh yeah, that's for kid followers." Okay, what is that one? You can have sex with your followers. Oh. Okay.
Yeah, and then he put up the picture that they weren't lining up genitally perfectly. And you're like, oh, you can't even pretend like you weren't trying to fuck kids in Skyrim. Like, giving yourself a lightsaber in Skyrim is dope. Fucking kids in Skyrim is not dope.
I will even accept the milkmaid one, where all the women in the game have just huge tits, and then you have to put them in these contraptions to milk them, and then you can sell the milk because it's part of the fucking economy now. Who just sat down and thought about that and created it? You have way too much free time. But as ludicrous and as just extravagant as that is, still, Von Helton just beats it by about, I don't know, 25 to 50 years worth of a prison sentence. So I just I can't.
How you do that?
It's so bad. What?
It's man, and see that's the fucked up thing, because when we first had our talk with him, he was like, "You guys are calling me pedophiles," and we had never said anything like that. We're like, "No, we've never said that."
No,
and then like with every growing day, it's like maybe we should have said something about that, because like you're really making it hard to not say that that's something that could possibly be on your mind, dude.
It's suspicious.
For fuck's sake.
It's
suspicious.
Just a little bit.
He's still trying to find a problem with this current video. I was like, what's wrong with this?
Yeah.
This is what we call
So when's
the help home?
When's the Vaughn toe sucking video gonna come out? Because I don't think I even want to play that on the show. I'll have to take a veto.
Yeah. We do got to come up with questions for Brett King. I forgot about that.
Yeah, we only came up with one.
Who are you? I think the question was.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a nice way to put it.
How is it eating steak with no teeth?
I want to know if his jaw has got stronger since losing his teeth.
Dude, that's a Patreon goal. Like we get him to lay down in this weird ass fucking thing he does, and then like cook him a nice medium rare steak. Don't give him his teeth, and just let him like nibble on it for like a while. I would watch that for like 10 minutes. That'd be fucking hilarious.
Let me know when that is.
We're gonna like play hot potato with his fucking teeth around him. No.
Give it back to me. You
gotta be quicker than that.
Do you want to touch something that's been in his fucking mouth?
No, we're all gonna have very thick gloves on during this. I'm gonna show up in a hazmat.
Yeah. Radiation suit all the way around.
I just imagine that his breath smells like old Cheetos and feet. Like if I had to guess. If I had to guess what Von Helton smelled like.
30.
Did he ever explain like what it like? Is it a medical condition? Is there something like legitimate, like that kid from Stranger Things?
No, I think he got like one cavity and was like, nope. Rip them up.
It just jumped teeth.
Yeah.
There's another question.
Women fetishize teeth.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I would love to talk to you.
Hey, Drag, can you practically demonstrate standing bodies of water naturally conforming to a surface of an exterior shape?
What?
Yeah, we got a flat earther in our chat.
It's Celtic. He's back again.
Is that what hold on. Oh fuck. Hold on. Can your guess practically I know who this cat is. Standing bodies of water naturally conforming to the exterior of shapes using tangible surfaces. So the funny thing about water conforming to the surface is that as long as the surface itself doesn't cause the water tension to break, you can actually do that. So if you want a practical example, you can actually put a drop of water on the surface of a basketball, and it will actually stay there because the surface tension will keep it there. Now, if you put enough of it on there, the water molecules will become separated far enough to where it breaks the tension. Have you ever noticed that? And you put water on top of a particular surface, even if it's rounded, it'll stick up there. Now, again, if the surface tension breaks, then you're going to see the water droplet fall down. So, next question.
as precise and even breaking it down in the terms you did, he'll still take umbrage with it.
Oh, that's fine. I mean, he can. It's very basic stuff that you kind of learn, and like, I don't know.
That's
High school?
And that is a
Second
really
grade?
good example. Like everyone could understand that.
yeah. Even
So like
understood
I wait with a bated breath to hear what the fuck he says.
Oh, he said that's not the claim.
Soppy
that.
ball. I don't know
Fucking
what
ad
soppy
hom, you
ball is.
dipshit.
I
Do you know what an ad hom
He called-
is? Like,
we can explain why you're wrong and still call you dumb as shit. That's not an add-on.
Yeah.
Just
So if he wants me to,
Kind of like
take an entire body of water like a lake and then place it on something, as big as my hands are, I cannot physically grab a lake. If you can physically grab a lake, I've news for you. It's not a lake. That's not how lakes work. Last time I checked, you can't grab and physically place a lake somewhere. That's the whole being liquid thing. And anyway, maybe in his God damn it, the Von Helton shit, the dimension. Fuck, I'm getting a case of the G-man. Shit.
Why are we talking about my cock in the chat? What the hell?
It's funny because it's tiny.
Apparently.
Yeah, you go to some alternate universe where you can pick up lakes, but I mean, if you wanted an example of what you were trying to observe, then it's a little bit of water versus a lot of bit of water. The same surface tension issue still exists there. That's why bodies of water can become separated if strewn out across a large surface, right? You can actually have water split depending on the surface area of whatever you put it on top of, and that's you can actually observe this on a counter. If you put enough water on a counter, it will go and spread out. But if you stop putting water on there and you start noticing that a piece or a chunk of that water you put on there will actually break off and form its own little pool, that's because the surface tension in that area has broken for whatever reason, even if it's a flat surface. I mean, again, you can go put water on your counter and go watch it happen. So, and then of course that depends on how pure the water is, and it has a lot to do with the ionic bonds of whatever other trace minerals, because you're not going to find 100% pure water. That's really not a thing. But anyway, still,
I think
I've only had a few semesters of chemistry. Don't mind me.
I think Dragnauct is like the fourth or fifth guest we've had to explain this to him at this point. So I don't know. Maybe it'll
every time he does, someone does, he's like, demonstrate it or admit you can't. Like, well, one, we're around computers. I mean, just go to your own
Don't
fucking
just
counter,
say
dude.
you're really smart, really thick, practically demonstrate it, or you admit you can go put water on your own counter and figure that out, dude. I don't have to tell you how smart I am. This is literally not a smart thing. This is a chemistry for kids thing, okay? I'm not sure what he's looking for. If you've not spilled water on your counter, then you should probably move out of your mom's basement.
That's part of the terms and conditions of him living there is he can't make a mess. So he's really good at it.
Oh.
Yeah, he has to be not heard nor seen. Keep your ass in the basement, Celtic. She calls him Celtic too.
Well, I've seen him in you guys' chat before. I'm somewhat familiar with him. Has he not just come on the show and wanted to discuss this in real time?
We gave him the opportunity.
Oh, and he bitched out.
Yeah, he won't meet the requirement to come on the show,
which is
eating a dog dick.
That's perfectly reasonable.
I mean, if you want to go out there and claim the earth is flat, then at that point, let's just throw everything out the window. Fuck it. Go eat a dog dick. You know? That's where I'm at.
That you have consumed.
Yeah, we gave him other options that he wouldn't meet either. So, we've been working with him here.
We even offered to take his money at one point.
Yes.
What?
Yeah, we want full G-man on that one.
I'm not answering any more questions.
He's got to send it to us in a safe.
Yeah, no, you need. Yeah, he needs to send you one safe with approximately $3,000 in it. Approximately.
Yeah.
Has to be
I
a
got my
stolen one,
Cash
too.
App.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hold the phone here, okay? I want to see a safe icon here when you send it.
Oh
We're all
shit.
from
He
the
is actually
tangent.
really
Really
mad about
boring,
that.
dude. Shut up. Like, yeah, he's
Yeah,
real
fuck
mad. Like,
Celtic. Who's
we
what's
started making
next?
fun of
Fuck
him. He goes,
this
"Oh, you're on a
asshole.
tangent." Yeah, let's go to the next video.
Poor baby.
Fuck a Celtic.
A warning for parents tonight. A new form of marijuana considered highly addictive is now on the rise
Oh my
among
God.
teens in our area. Now, the street name is dabs. So what are marijuana dabs
wanna
and
go with this
how
video.
are they actually
Oh my
made?
God.
CBS 13's Ron Jones joins us now
No,
from
dude, they're
Placer
gonna
County,
tell
where
us all
drug
about
counselors say it's a
dabs.
type of drug abuse that is easy to hide from parents.
Placer County drug rehab officials tell CBS 13
Okay.
that this is not your mom, your dad's, or even your grandparents' marijuana.
Oh, 10 dabs in one breath. The internet is flooded with videos with explicit instructions on how to make and smoke dabs. Cheers. According to Placer County rehabilitation officials, dabs are
Got his
created by
YouTube
stuffing
channel right
marijuana
there.
trimmings into a glass, metal, or plastic pipe.
Marijuana trimmings.
Butane is forced into the pipe and the flammable liquid then extracts a highly concentrated form of THC into the lungs.
Once we hear or know that they're using dabs, we know that we're dealing with a very serious problem.
Nancy Taylor with
A very serious problem, ladies and gentlemen. This whole thing
She
was put
looks like
together
a
by
person to be
people.
mad about it.
This whole thing was put together by people who had no idea what dabs are.
I guarantee
They have
you
no
that
fucking
these are the
idea.
same folks. These are the same folks back in the day that hosted those Dare campaigns. Y'all remember those Dare?
Yeah.
Fucking
Yeah.
Tiger.
That's who
With-
she
yes.
is.
That's
That's exactly who she is.
Oh my God. Jello Shots
Like
does
the-
this shit in fucking like Discord all the goddamn time. Like
Yeah.
Jello Shots is a bad example of someone doing dabs because he is exactly what they say is going to happen to you. But besides that, no, like it's I'm familiar with dabs. I'm very familiar with dabs. I don't do that
Yeah.
because I trip balls really easily. And like the worst that's happened to me is that I've almost physically assaulted my buddy Xavier because I was tripping balls. But I got really hungry afterwards, and that was it. And I went the fuck to sleep.
They're treating this like it's some new drug altogether. It's literally concentrated doses of marijuana is all that it is. It's essentially a way to get as high as you would off smoking like 3 blunts in 5 minutes. That's all it is.
Yeah,
You're still not gonna overdose on it. Calm the fuck down. It's fine. And the hysteria that these people are putting out over what is essentially just marijuana is fucking hilarious.
Colorado
gateway
is
drug.
laughing at this moment. Colorado is laughing at you.
Dude, as this video goes on, they start telling people about where they can go to get help if you're addicted to dabs.
For what? Like, what do you need help from? Do you need help how to do it? How to get the butane torch? Help with what?
Yeah, do this.
And that's another thing. Like they said
I
at the
have an
beginning that
electric nail. I'm sorry, I've got you all.
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
I've got an electric nail.
they said at the beginning of this video that it's very easy to hide from parents, but it's like, do you know the type of like utensils you have to get this to go down? Like, not easily hideable stuff. I mean, you can get smaller versions of it, but I mean, still, it's very obvious what it is.
Like,
No, that's just Timmy. He likes bonfires.
He's doing a chemistry experiment. I've seen the bubbles and everything in the smoke, and he's just making fog for his, the parade later in the year. That's all. Like, I don't.
Now, granted, the smell does dissipate quicker, but I guess that's what they're going for.
I imagine, but it's just like that. Okay, just the butane torch itself is loud as hell. Like, that thing is loud.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
I'm not sure how people are hiding any of these things, but they've not actually outlined what the risks are. Unless, do they do that later, or is that what she's trying to get into, or is it other than, I don't know, getting the munchies?
It's more of a failed attempt at trying to cause fear, but it's just as good as the beginning was, if not better.
You don't expect it from like states from California like she's in. That's weird.
Oh, that's why she's doing
there's
it
still-
though.
Yeah.
What about the
There's still a few
children?
people there.
I expect it from like Wyoming and shit.
Yeah.
I don't know why I said Wyoming, but you know, it fits.
Casper, Wyoming. We don't
Should
do
we play the
dabs
rest of the
here.
video?
Yeah, you can. It's pretty funny.
All right.
Nonprofit organization Community Recovery Resources treats drug addicts in Placer County. They used to service 2 to 3 teens a month, but now because of dabs, it's exploded to an average of 20. It's highly addictive.
One of the main reasons kids go to emergency room over drug use is through dabs, and it actually becomes sort of a hallucinogenic and can trigger psychotic
Citations
episodes.
needed. Multiple citations needed.
Okay, so I think what she's describing is kids are tripping balls and they're losing their fucking mind. And I can tell, as someone who has trip balls, and I'm not a big weed smoker, I just do when I go to California. It is sometimes actually scary. But if you are familiar with, if you've never tripped balls before, you don't know what's going on. If you have done it before,
exactly,
you know it's just a phase and it's going to subside. It's going to subside eventually, and you just need to
tripping balls right now.
There's stuff going on behind me, and I just I've acquired lots of fast food bags and cups on the thing behind me, so I had to make sure before I lean back and knock everything over. But I mean, no, it's just like she's. But
well, no, I mean she's talking about like all these kids like supposedly going to this rehab facility. This is all parents like her that find out because it's so easy to hide that their kids are doing dabs, and they send them to these rehab places, not knowing it's just like, just take the shit away from them. That rehab is not necessary. I'd love to see the research done that says this is highly addictive, as they just said it was. I'm sure their journalistic integrity, they did that, right? Right?
Shit,
No, instead she made a sweater.
The fact that she's being very vague on what like that, because she's saying that kids are being admitted to the ER, and you know, I think she had mentioned hallucinations at a certain point. I said, okay, that's a symptom of someone tripping balls, someone actually consuming too much too fast for their tolerance.
Sure.
And that is just a symptom of smoking weed in general. Like that is there's nothing inherently different about dabs other than the concentration that you will consume at one time. And I think that's something that they're kind of failing to acknowledge here, because it's almost as if they're treating it as there's this new street drug called like I don't know if you guys remember Crocodile a few years back.
Oh my god, I watched a documentary on that shit.
Yeah, Crocodile, that's something to warn kids about, right? That shit will literally eat through your face. And so that's kind of how they're treating this. And I don't think that's something that's very honest. That again, that's just my impression from how Nancy Rogers, I have no idea what her name is, but Miss Nancy Rogers here, that's what she's putting across to me.
Agreed.
Yeah, there's a fucked up thing with like Crocodile. Like I think it was actually on, not documentary, it was on Drugs Incorporated. And they showed a woman, I think, like had her which one? Her ulna was just fucking exposed and hitting it. And you can just hear it ding, 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 ding. It was, oh my god, it's so Zach, that's the stuff you need to warn you about. Dabs, nah, just make you get munchies faster, probably. I've never done a dab because I have a really low drug tolerance, so yeah.
It was a gateway for me. It led me into dabs. That's where the gateway.
You got to dab on them haters.
You gotta bounce that booty.
I will bounce the booty with the second that old lady does a dab. and not a Hillary Clinton dab.
So now my goal is to get this old lady to do dabs. All right.
It'd be worth it. If you can get her to do it, I'll be in that same room doing twerking in the background. Just because I think that would be like the internet's best video.
2 for
yeah,
one.
that'd be amazing.
2 for 1.
Realize how awesome that video would be?
Because I'm gonna have to dig down the old lady to get her to do it anyway, so this is gonna be awesome. Billy twerking his ass in the background while I'm boning the anti-dab grandma. Patreon goal.
Do a few fucking dick helicopters too. Throw that in there.
Helicopter.
No, there'll be a helicopter. It'll be our old saggy titties going.
Gotta get creative. Gotta get creative.
Let's go on this video and turn looking at this bukkake hair.
Oh God,
bukkake hair.
Night 2 of the Detroit Democratic
Doesn't she
debate
look like an
delivered on
android or
substance.
something?
And
That
as
fucking
expected,
shirt?
there were quite a few brawls. Former Vice President Joe Biden with this
She
memorable
looks like a Star
line
Trek
before
android.
the debate even started.
But
Yes,
no
8 of
one went
15.
easy on him. Senator Kamala Harris threw some of the first familiar punches, challenging him on issues like race and busing in his long career.
The vice president has still failed to acknowledge that it was wrong to take the position that he took at that time.
Biden shot right back, pointing out how he was vetted by former President Obama.
Barack Obama knew exactly who I was. He had 10 lawyers do a background check on everything about me on civil rights and civil liberties, and he chose me and said it was the best decision.
And Biden came out strong against Harris for going back and forth on her health care plan.
You can't beat President Trump with double talk.
Other candidates got a piece of the action too. Senator Cory Booker went after Biden on criminal justice reform.
Since the 1970s, every major crime bill, major and minor, has had his name on it.
You had a police department that was, you went out and you hired Rudy Giuliani's guy. You engaged in stop and frisk.
Mr. Vice President, there's a saying in my community, you're dipping into the Kool-Aid and you don't even know the flavor.
Congresswoman Tulsi Gabbard took a shot at Harris.
Please stop it right there. Please stop it right there. Please stop. Hold on. There's a saying in my community. Some of you people may have heard of this. You're dipping yourself in the flavored drink, the flavored sugary drink that we all drink, and you're not really aware of the particular additives to give it a particular flavor. So, Mr. Former Vice President, I think you need to back the fuck up before you get smacked the fuck up. So just like if you're trying to, Mr. Cory Booker, if you are trying to earn some fucking street cred, at least try and say it like you're used to saying that shit. Okay? When people heard me say I could have swole, I don't know where I fucking said it, but at some point people picked up on I've said that quite a few times in my life. I didn't have to struggle to articulate that point. But my God, like he is just, I don't want to call him a walking minstrel. I don't want to call him that. So I'm not going to call Cory Booker a walking minstrel because that would be disrespectful to actual minstrels. So let me just, that was painful. Painful. I'm glad I didn't fucking watch that shit. Jesus.
Oh man, it's so good.
God damn it.
I like that our debates have now become, hey, you remember when you did this and it was shitty? And they're like, yeah, but you did this and it was shitty too. So now the debate is why we shouldn't vote for any of them. Fucking awesome.
Yeah, because on one hand, you have Kamala, supposedly, who has locked up, I think it's like 1,500 people for weed offenses, which shitty, but at the time, you do what you do. But then you have Biden, it's like, oh, you helped draft some of the stuff used to lock up people in the first place. So it's like, well, you know, which one of those do you want to accept? Well, okay, how about this? How about we just understand at the fucking time, that's what was going on. There's, you know what, we are now making progress where, you know what, people smoking weed ain't such a big fucking deal. Maybe this whole war on drugs thing, not a great thing. So instead of trying to poke each other in the dick hole, well, you can't because you didn't have a dick, poking each other in the eye, how about we talk about how you're going to rectify these things? That's what I care about. I'm not too interested. Even when people are bringing up the shit with Hillary, it's like, okay, you know what? She was part of the super predators narrative. In reality, she was relying on people who were doing shitty science. She is not a scientist. She only can defer to it. So we can't sit here and say that we're upset with politicians for deferring to subject matter experts and not their own, inclinations in this case. And then beat folks up now, say, oh, you know what, who are you, young earth creationist who's not deferring to scientists? Because I see people, and to be fair, it's mostly people I see on the left side of things that will do that. You can't chastise people for deferring to experts and then beat people up when they don't. It's one or the other. So that's my mini political rant from the spectrum of Dragnauct socio-economic bullshit. Fuck all this. Eat a dick.
Yeah, exactly. Is this
Good
the one
shit.
where he's like? Is this the one he basically like says like "be nice to me" or some shit?
Oh,
Yeah,
at
that's
the
what he said at
beginning,
the
he said,
beginning.
"Take it easy on me, kid."
Kid, yeah.
Yeah.
And everyone
Yeah,
lost their shit over that too.
Which actually inherently sounds kind of friendly to me. Like someone goes, "Hey, kid,"
Yeah.
and like that doesn't sound mean to me. Like I get it. He's old as fuck. That's what he's doing. He's calling himself
But-
old and you young.
But he creeps on little kids too, so I guess maybe that's where the controversy comes in.
Fair. Yeah, he is America's creepy uncle. Which I
Handsy
have no
Joe.
problem voting. I have no problem voting for him in 2020. None whatsoever.
I think we do got one video for the El Paso. I want to hit that one.
Oh, the salsa?
Yes, I guess. God damn it, Bill.
Too soon? Okay.
About as soon as Walmart.
Is it this one, Frankie?
No, that's the one where I think like someone screams out "You're wrong."
I think that's the first part of the debates.
Okay.
Yeah, the Democratic debates just kind of like just triggered the fuck out of me so much.
Where is this video you speak?
I didn't even watch it.
Oh shit, it's not in there.
Yes.
It's wife searches for husband.
The moon, that's a buff to let you know that one of your moves, I think, is going to crit or some shit like that.
I'll sum up this video for you guys. It's I wrote the damn bill. There you go.
Got it. This one here.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Here we go.
We're going to turn now to the violence that unfolded just hours earlier at that Walmart in El Paso, another place people thought was safe. The gunman described by one witness as a man on a mission opening fire on shoppers, many of them simply engaged in back-to-school shopping. We're going to hear from the survivors coming up, but we're going to start here with ABC's Marcus Moore, who's right there at the scene. Marcus, good morning to you.
Dan, one of the most striking things you'll see this morning is all of the cars in the lot off in the distance behind me. This scene is almost just as it was on Saturday morning when police say a 21-year-old man opened fire on dozens of innocent people.
This morning, new video capturing the chaos of a gunman's vicious attack at an El Paso Walmart. The suspect killing at least 20 people and injuring more than 26 others. AK, somebody's got shot. These surveillance images obtained by KTSM appearing to show the alleged gunman walking through the store's front doors with his weapon.
He does look like McLovin.
Told you.
Oh shit, yeah. Damn, he actually does.
McLovin.
Pretty much all those school shooters look exactly the same.
You said it, not me.
Like, it's like the super skinny white kids.
Everything he had a manifesto too, I believe, or was it the garlic?
Hey,
your Roy garlic thing. Okay, yeah. So
like
this
Chris
guy had
Reagan.
a manifesto too, and he gives economic reasons why he did his shooting, and he gave financial reasons as to why he did it. And I'm just like, nobody cares. But I wouldn't tell him that because he has a gun. But I don't know what
you will now
inspire these guys to go. I need to. I'm going to go out. I guess I don't relate to this because things in life can be shitty. But I'm not sure how shooting up a Walmart or a garlic festival is going to make it better. That might have something to do with it. I don't know. What is a garlic festival?
If your
not somewhere you want to go.
If your financial situation is so shit and you're like 21 and you want to shoot guns, do what Drag did. Join the fucking military, idiot. You can do it.
Yeah.
They'll pay you to do it.
Yeah.
They will
And
pay
you
you
won't
to
be on the
I mean,
news.
in your country. They will definitely do that. I mean, I won't say it's not hard, but it is. Just go talk to your recruiter. Go tell them I will do whatever the military wants me to do. I just want that fucking Camaro. They will sign you up, and you'll get that fucking Camaro with 24%
Yes,
interest.
yes, you can join with your friend. We'll put you with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw what fucking Ray Comfort is trying to go through. It's always the same thing when something like this happens that you see from like Ray Comfort, the fucking Melting Man, or I was like, it's because of prayers not being in schools. No, you just got a mentally fucking jackass here who who should not have access to the guns that he did. And I mean, shit.
Are you telling me for a second there wasn't a prayer going on near El Paso, Texas Walmart?
Specifically in the Walmart. Like, I pray
there's
that these
probably
Doritos, I pray these Doritos are still on sale. There wasn't no sign back there, Lord, but I did see a commercial a few days ago.
I pray if I eat all these fiery Cheetos, I don't poop red again.
All legitimate
It's the
prayers.
stigma.
I don't know what I guess Ray Comfort and some of these other guys think. Is that so if God is going to hear the prayers in school, then he's going to somehow not put these ideas in people's heads, or he's going to like what is the actual process that the
you have
prayers,
to specifically ask him, or he's just going to let it happen.
Yes,
You know?
and
Aren't there
pretty much almost
enough-
all these like school shooters are fucking Christians. Like, come on, Ray, stop it.
No, they weren't real
most of them
Christians,
God-
Billy.
God wants prayers in school, but he didn't answer those, people's prayers there. He was like, fuck it.
Yeah.
So
It's because they didn't have a banana.
The atheist's worst nightmare.
Oh,
A banana.
That's only on TJ's.
You think it's funny because you haven't seen the soda part.
Like, I don't know if it was his worst nightmare, though. That kind of like rocketed him to the top. I'm trying to get Billy just to twerk, and he won't even do it.
See, Billy,
Haven't even
you
gotten
twerking could be our rocket to the top.
Exactly. Well, we haven't gotten to the next phase yet, because the next phase involves a cucumber. We can't go the same fruit route, or we'll be total copycats. You gotta go with vegetables here. It's a bold new world, ladies and gentlemen. We got to be a little bit more conscious about what we do. The right way to get to the top.
Go big or go home.
I did this on purpose.
Yeah, we're specifically talking about the cucumber. We're specifically talking about the cucumber when we say go big or go home. So
I was thinking rutabaga, but that's me.
Oh shit!
God damn.
I don't know what a rutabaga is.
Oh, you're gonna find out.
I don't eat. I don't eat any vegetables.
Just look it
You're
up.
gonna
I want to
consume
see
this
your
one.
Fair. Like, how many vitamins do you get if you take it anally?
Not as much. Not as much. Your body will attempt to absorb what it can, but you're not going to get very much. It kind of has to be digested first in order for it to go through the lumen of your intestine. Anyway, your anus is going to enjoy it, not your body, just your anus.
Billy, you're asking the wrong questions. It's how many subscribers will we get? That's the correct question.
I subscribe. I don't see this rutabaga video, nor the cucumber one. Where is it?
Exactly, Billy. Where is it?
Exactly.
Red
Where
tube.
is it, Billy? I will provide the water-based lubricant, Billy. That's as far as I'm going. I'm not buying produce that's going to be in your asshole, though.
I'm not buying the produce either.
Be practical and get something you're going to eat afterwards. I mean, that's most practical.
Yeah. Just shave the skin off when you're done.
I think the only way we should practically do it is if Patriot Nurse farms it and then we take it from her. But seeing her garden is never happening.
Yeah. Well, there's another garden of hers you may be able to see. If you're down.
Someone's asking about the hot sauce. Oh shit! Yeah, I still have that hot sauce. I don't know how many people actually saw that video.
No, I saw that shit. Ooh.
I still have it. I can't look at it without gagging.
All right, Flatfish says, Super Chat, YouTube beggars, you're no better than the people making money from the videos of ribs on the skinny kids. I'm not exactly sure what the fuck that's talking about.
All right.
What?
All right.
You do you, boo boo, because clearly you're far and above anything we could do here at the Geek Room.
Talking shit and laughing while trying to profit. Fucking pathetic. Okay.
They're so high above us. Fuck off.
Thank you for the dislike. Love you.
Yeah. The fuck are you doing in here?
Making money from the videos of ribs on the skinny kids. I'm not sure if I get the analogy.
Who gives a shit? They're angry. We're supposed to care.
I mean,
I
there's
don't
always
think they get it either. Truth hurts beggars. We've never begged for a super chat. We say thank you and to offer them blowjobs.
Please give us a super chat. Please, I suck your dick. Give us a super chat. Yeah, that's what we do at the beginning and end of every show.
I want to hear your infantile definition of the word begging. That would be good.
Before that, let's go ahead and play the intro to Geeking Out because I got some geeky news and shit.